Today for a little bit about marketing. Just hold on 1 second while I get everything set up here. So if you've got any questions or anything such as this, please feel free. And what I'll do is I will try my very best to answer any questions if I can. If I can't, I will definitely find out the answer, so it won't be too much of a problem. Right, let's just get the actual screen on so I can see if any guys have a comment or anything like this. I can turn myself down so I can't hear myself. Right, so what I want to talk to a little bit about today was direct response marketing. Now, I know a lot of people aren't going to particularly like this presentation because people are talking an awful lot about how to go out and get clients if you're in an industry or if you're trying to get clients for your affiliate products or maybe even for chat ammo. So what I want to talk to you a little bit about was a guy called Dan Kennedy. Now, if you've been in marketing for any length of time, you'll know who Dan Kennedy is. He is basically the god of copywriting. And he was the one who brought direct response marketing over to the masses. And people such as Mike Filsaime, Russell Brunson, various people like this all jumped straight onto this and have made an awful lot of money out of it. So I want you to take exactly the same principles and actually start using that within your business. So I've left myself some notes as well, by the way, because there's quite a bit I want to get through. So one of the advantages is, of course, better clients. So it means that when you go out and you start marketing, what you're actually doing is you're going out and you're targeting exactly which clients you're wanting. So when you target which clients you're wanting, it means that you get exactly who you're looking for. So it means you're not getting clients where they're going to be really hard work, where it's going to be difficult for you to actually fulfill what they need. And at the end of the day, most of your marketing should be around about how to make yourself more money and how to make your clients more money, right, by helping them. So it's better clients. So what I want to say is marketing should be the very foundation of every one of your businesses. It doesn't matter if you're studying sales, if you're a hairdresser, tattooist, restaurant owner, realtor, or anything else. It all comes down to the basic thing. You need to be good at marketing. It doesn't matter if you're Jordan Balfour and everybody rolled up into one of the best salesmen in the world. If you haven't got leads, you can't sell. It's that simple. It's basically one of these things where you're just going to be wasting your time. If you've got nobody to sell to, then you're not going to make any money. So you must at least start looking at marketing as the most important thing that you should do. Now, the market I'm going to show you does require some trust. It's not the thing that you often hear about. It's kind of one of these secrets that all these big marketers keep themselves. Russell Brunson charges you a small fortune to teach you a little bit about direct marketing. Also, Mike Filsaime, he has his own things that charges you to learn about direct marketing. And Mike Filsaime is a king of direct marketing. Most of these guys you'll actually see selling their own products because they've made that much money in affiliate sales and in agency sales and things such as this, that they then bring out their own product because of the amount of interest that they've got through it. So it's a really quite cool thing to have. So what it actually means, when you are doing direct response marketing, it means that rather than stalking and hunting your clients and trying to badger your clients into it, what you're actually doing is you're getting clients to come to you. So you get the clients to come to you, which then means it is easier for you to convert. If somebody comes to you asking for something, it's a lot easier to convert them than what it is if, say, you are constantly emailing them and showing them all these different things. It's not the right way about it. So it doesn't matter if you've got the best product or service or anything else. If you don't have the clients, you're not going to get it. So you might have the greatest business of all time. You might have the best chatbot that's ever been out there. You might have all of the marketing suite. I know we have. But you could be not getting the people in to see your offer. If people don't see your offer, they can't buy your offer. It's that simple. So what we need is we need an effective method of gaining traffic, but not just any traffic. We need to get the exact customers leveled down to what we want to do. So it doesn't matter what niche you're into. Everybody thinks that they're unique and that everything changes for them. Most businesses are exactly the same. Everybody needs customers. Everybody needs sales. If you don't have customers, that's your lifeblood of the whole entire business gone. So you might be messing about with funnels. You might be messing about with your perfect chatbot. You could be doing all of these various things. It doesn't make a difference. If you don't have your market in place, nobody's ever going to see it. Nobody's ever going to come to you, and nobody's ever going to buy off you. So you've got to stop concentrating on the stuff that doesn't matter. Your funnels don't really matter too much, right? Your chatbots don't really matter too much. Your postings don't matter too much. Unless you have clients starting coming to those particular posts, these don't matter too much. Now, one of the things I'll often see is I'll see people putting out ads trying to get a sale directly. And this is another major mistake, because when they're going out and just trying to get a sale, they're not thinking about the long term. What I mean by that is, I often see restaurants, for example, who go out and they send out flyers for discounts on food. Now, that person might go in, might use the discount. And then once they use that discount, that's it. The restaurant's got no record of them, can't get back in touch with them, can't show them another offer. They have just wasted all that money to get a client in one time and never to be seen again. Now, if you're using proper direct marketing where you're collecting information, you're actually paying for data, we can still offer them that same discount. We can still offer them all of that. The biggest difference is now we've got all of their data. So it means that we're paying for that advertising, not just once on that person. We can advertise to them over and over again, meaning we have a lot more power. Just check in case any questions. Anybody's got any questions, please feel free to ask. Right, so people are concentrating on the wrong kind of things. And what we want to do is we want to drag the people to come to us, right? That's the main part of it. So if my thing will go down, Martin must come first. I'm just going through my notes. Right. And it means that, well, I keep on saying it's like Tom Cruise, and he's got the need for speed. It's the need for leads. If you haven't got leads, you can't do anything. Now, there is no magic bullet on this, right? There's no guru who's going to go out there and tell you, right, this is the exact marketing you need to use. And if you use this, which a lot of them say, if you use this, you will get marketing left, right, and center. It isn't true. Everything that you're going to use, such as pay-per-click, messenger bots, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the whole lot, all you are is just tools. And if you're not using the tools correctly, then you aren't going to get any customers. It's basic maths. Or as Dan Kennedy likes to say, it's gravity. I quite like that. And gravity works. No matter what, gravity laws work. You will fall down. So one thing you need to think about is your traffic source. So your traffic source, a lot of people are going for the really cheap traffic sources. So they'll do this thing where they're buying the bulk leads. And these are just email lists that's being rehashed and rehashed. And they'll pay $100 and they'll get maybe 50 cents per person who clicks on it. And it's rubbish, because these people aren't interested in what you're trying to sell. You need to find a traffic source where the people who you're looking for are at this traffic source. So if you've got money, obviously paid ads. If you haven't got money, then you've got a wealth of stuff with Facebook groups and things like this. Don't go straight in there and try to sell Facebook groups, but you get the sort of general idea. You're getting everything. So what you're going to do is you're going to attract people to you rather than try and drag them in. So what I mean by that, it means that if you're trying to drag people into your little atmosphere, right, of trying to buy from you, they're not thinking about their market at this particular time. There's probably, 1 billion people on Facebook right now. But there's not that many of them who's interested in marketing. Now, I've got 2 guys on my group. Don't know how many on the various other bits. But you guys are obviously interested in marketing. Otherwise, you wouldn't have clicked on this. Well, maybe you just like my look or something. It's not that. But you guys are into marketing. That's how come you've clicked on this. So it's kind of getting so that you know exactly who you're targeting because of the subject that you're talking about. So what we want to do with the system, if we're using money, which is always the fastest route to wealth, is if you invest X amount of dollars today, you want Y amount of dollars back tomorrow, Y amount of leads back tomorrow, and you want Z amount of sales, right? Or Z if you're American. I don't understand that. So you've got Z amount of sales. So you want to know for every penny that you invest, then what you can then do is you're going to improve your sales. Now, Dan Kennedy, he talks a little bit about the larger companies and the way they do marketing. And he talks about the blimp, the Goodyear blimp that goes across on football matches. And they're not expecting people to go out and rush out and buy tyres because they've seen this particular thing. What they're looking for is a long time event so that when your car needs tyres, you're going to remember Goodyear. And if your team's won, you're going to remember all the good times. And so hopefully they'll go out and buy tyres. Now, if you're a small business, you can't afford to do that because you're going to need really deep pockets to try and get that sort of marketing that's going to a slow burner that hopefully somebody will eventually buy what is that you're selling. You want to invest $1 a day and get that dollar back tomorrow to pay the $1 a day bill. That's what all marketers want to do. Ideally, get $2 out the next day. And that's the way that you build your business without spending all of your money and wasting an awful lot of time. So what I want to do is want to target only the most valuable customers. Now, part of this is why we put in the Facebook interest finder inside a chatbot, so you can really start targeting down on the customers that you want. But what we're going to do is we're also going to call them out. So if, for example, I'm only going to use this as an example because, as you can tell, I'm not that much into fitness. Well, I am a little bit. But if I was going to go out and try and sell a fitness product, then I could market that as a fitness product. Right then, I'll be paying probably about $50, $60 per lead. It would be shocking. Now, I could then reduce that down to weight loss. I could then reduce that down to diet. Basically, everything fitness is all exactly the same. It's train more, eat less. That's it. So I could go diet. I could then go on to a fad diet. So I could go on the South Beach diet. And all the time when I'm niching down, I can charge more and more for these particular things because I'm niching towards what somebody wants. Now, then if I go to the South Beach diet for chatbot builders, all of a sudden, if you see that ad coming out, you're going to see the South Beach diet for chatbot builders. And if you're a little bit overweight, you're going to go, well, that sounds perfect for me because he's going to understand exactly so how to fit in the South Beach diet while building chatbots without cutting out your favorite foods, right? Something along those lines. So it'd be a how to do something great without the painful bit, right? And that's how we're going to target down the customers. So what we need to do is we need to learn marketing, even if we're going to farm our marketing out. Now, a lot of people come to me for Google marketing. I don't understand why. To be honest, Google's really simple. I look for the exact customers I want. I then name that customer. I then build a funnel that names that customer all the way through, and then run the ads. The cheapest chips and so simple to learn. I don't want you guys wasting any money on trying to spend it on third party. And if you go through a marketing agency, what a lot of them happen is they have two sides of the same coin. One side of them, yes, they want to get you results. So they will try and get you results. The other side of it is they want to make money as well. So yes, they'll get you some results. And yes, the results might be okay. But the last thing they want to do is do a trackable result system where you can say, well, hang on, I've spent $10 here. Where's me $10 when I want $15 back or $20 back? They don't often show you an awful lot of the trackable systems, which means it's kind of throwing money away. It's very, very strange. I don't understand why people do it. Now, if you're using the correct ads, then what you've got is you've got accountability. So you've got accountability for yourself. So it means that if you've done a bad ad, then there's no hiding from that bad ad. You've done a bad ad, it's down to you. You can track all your sales. You can see exactly how much has come through. You can see how many people's clicking. And you can then niche down and find out exactly what part of your sales process isn't working. So if you're getting a load of leads from Google, then we know the targeting's right, and we know the ads right because we're getting a load of people to our page. But if we aren't getting sales, then we know our sales funnel's bad. Or if they're getting past the sales funnel, they're getting on the chatbot, and then they're not converting, we now know our chatbot's bad. So we can now work on each individual area and get that area absolutely perfect just by getting the very first bit done, right? It's so easy. So it's no more wasting time, no more wasting money. Now, hang on, I've already covered one of the bits I've already went into. Right, so what I want you to do, this is going to sound really, really stupid, but bear with us. What I want you to start thinking about is when you get a client on or treat yourself as a client, you want them to be educated. You want them to know about advertising, about if you spend this amount here, we want to get this amount of money here. Now, it's not going to happen overnight, obviously, because you're going to have to test and things like this. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to build a team. Now, if you've got a business that's signed up your agency or you're looking for your own agency, what you need to do is you need to consider yourself as a king on a chessboard. Right now, the king on a chessboard can't move very fast. It can't move very far, but the bits it's working on are really important. Now, all of your other pieces then go out and do the rest of it. So if you're working for another business, then it's all the people taking in the leads. It's then them doing the selling over the phone. It's them giving you the correct visuals, giving you the correct wording, giving you the correct terms that people will be looking for within their niche. They know all about it. If you're doing it for yourself, it's going to be your chatbot. It's going to be like your chess pieces. It's going to take people, it's going to nurture them, it's going to build them up ready for sales, and it's going to get you more sales. It's also going to post fire and all this sort of business, right? And it's the posting and whatnot that we're going to be interested in the first part at least. So we're going to take our mind away from quick fixes and shiny objects, right? We see them every day. I see them all the time with all of these different various systems. That's going to make me $1,000 overnight and all this sort of rubbish. They don't. And if they did, then everybody would be doing it, and everybody would be a multi-millionaire, and then the economy would go into a massive halt. It wouldn't work. What you can do is start setting out your system so you're collecting data, and then over the long term, not even that longer term, you still get the same results as what these quick fixes are going to do, but you're building on those results every time. So every time you've got another step up towards, the more you're building your list, the more you're building your messenger bot, the more you're building your SMS, you're stepping then towards all of various things. Now, one thing I am going to say is if you're building up your whole ecosystem and it's all inside of social media, you're doing it massively wrong, because Facebook could go away tomorrow. And if Facebook goes away and all of your contacts are all in Facebook, you've just lost your entire business. It's no good. You need the people in there. You need email addresses. Even if you're in Instagram or Facebook, they're only showing around about 6% of people. We need to take that 6% of people, grab those 6% that's already shown to by using our chatbots and automations, things like this, put them onto our email list, then grab the next 6, then the next 6, then the next 6. And we keep on building it like that. And we build up momentum like that as well. So we can start showing people all the different things. This is the way to do it. Now, one of the first things that you'll hear when you go out as an agency is people say we need more customers. And that's it. We need more customers. We need to go and market. And what they'll often come up with is they'll come up with the likes of newspapers, flyers. They'll say, right, we'll start posting on Facebook more. And the thing is, it's pointless having, well, the Facebook and the newspapers and flyers, you can't track them at all. You just know roughly what the coverage is. And with any luck, somebody might be reading it that might be interested in that particular time if they haven't used the newspaper to line the dog basket with or whatever they're using it for. Facebook ads, Facebook posts, if they haven't got a system in place for those Facebook posts, 9 times out of 10, they're wasting their effort. I've shown you many times. I've got a tattoo shop that's got 10,000 followers. If I'm just relying on Facebook posts, only 600 of my followers are going to see that, unless I get interactions in, unless I can then track them all, unless I gather exactly who's commented on my Facebook posts. So I was one the other day, we've got 150 comments on it. All those people got a message straight away. All those people got into a list, and now they're getting lovely little messages all the time, which is just basically telling them all about tattoos. I'm not trying to sell them, but now I have those people, whereas when they're thinking about tattoos, we do put a couple of offers in there. When you think about tattoos, we're the first people who comes to mind. We're also the first people who comes to mind if they're looking for various ointments and numbing creams and stuff like this, because we sell them. So even if we don't get the tattoo, it's not too bad. We're going to make money off the back end. It's all cool. So all them non-trackable, you need to be able to track everything. So everything that you do, you want a way to track it. You want to see the results. You want to see how engagement's actually going. So you would use the likes of your Facebook landing page, or your Facebook dashboard, within Chat Ammo. You would use your Instagram stats. You would use all of these to prove that you're going in the right direction. Now, not all outlets are created equally. So you could have somebody sitting there in a restaurant, we'll stick with the restaurant people for a little while. Now, somebody sitting there in a restaurant and they're putting out more posts, and we've just said that it's good for them to track. Now, they can sit there all day and answer all the messages, send them off a DM and all this sort of business. Well, they can't actually send it from a business page because it's a bit of a nightmare. So they'll have to send it personally, then go into the whole queue. But instead of doing that, instead of them wasting their time doing that, which is still not going to give them trackable results, what they can do is add the Chat Ammo chatbot into it, let it take care of the replies, let it take care of the comments, let it take care of gathering the emails, it take care of the SMS, and let it take care of the full back end of it. So that's what you can offer a client, that not only are you going to get them more business immediately, almost, not only are you going to get them more clients immediately because you're going to have more engagement, you're going to have more sales. You're also going to be able to interact with all their clients. So it means their ad spend. Oh, hi, Christian. How are you doing, mate? So it means you're going to be able to interact with them and get more sales all the way through. Which means if you're posting something up to your personal page, do not post it directly from your personal page. Take it from your business page with your chatbot attached, move it on your personal page, and then you can retarget every single person who's interacted with that particular thing. This is direct marketing. This means you're going to get an awful lot more. And what that does, it starts turning you into an unwelcome pest to a welcome guest. Now, Dan Kennedy's done the best story on this, and Dan Kennedy was talking about this guy who was brewing on his door. And Dan just thought, well, if I ignore him long enough, he's going to go away. And the guy didn't go away. After about 20 minutes or so, the guy climbed over his back fence and was then brewing on his back window, trying to get him to answer the door. And Dan was getting annoyed. When he did look round, it turned out his whole yard was on fire, and this guy was trying to save his yard. So he went from a really bad pest to a really welcome guest. When you're cold calling, that's exactly what you're doing. So if you're cold calling, if you're putting up Facebook ads that's not targeted all the way down, or Google ads that's not targeted all the way down, or YouTube ads that's not targeted all the way down, then you're becoming a pest towards these people. They're not thinking about how to answer Facebook messages on bulk. That's the last thing on their minds at the same time as what you're talking to them. What they're thinking about is whatever they've just typed in. Now, if they've just typed in, how do I answer Facebook messages on bulk? How do I get more interest on my Facebook messages? How do I get more engagement within Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all this little lot? That's perfect. That's the exact people that we're looking for. So we need to target all the way down. So we need to become the welcome person. So when we pop up on the screen, they go, this is exactly what I want to know. Which is why Google Ads works so well. This is why I keep on raving about Google Ads. Because Google Ads, we can go exactly what they write down. If you've got a Groove account, then it's even better, because then you just make up a landing page. You've got unlimited pages. Make up a landing page that tackles just that one particular problem. So you're really niching down that one particular problem, and you're really, really tackling that on the whole page, which then means you get lower cost per lead. So it means that everybody else in your whole industry is spending a small fortune. I'm sure I've showed this before about how much people are spending on their leads, and they're going out and spending $8, $9, $10, $11 per lead. We get the same thing for a penny, just because we've made our landing page perfect for that particular thing. And then you get your ranking ability and all this sort of business. You get your page scores. So as well as that, you also get better quality leads. Because you're answering the exact questions what they're asking, then you're joining the conversation exactly where they are in that conversation, which is the secret to all marketing. If you can join the conversation where somebody is already at that particular part, you're in there, because you're now on the same wavelength, and they're going to look at you and go, right, now he knows the answer. He knows what I was thinking, so I need to listen to this. And this also means that people are going to raise their hands. So when you put out an ad, rather than putting out to an empty audience and having the tumbleweed blown about, people's going to actually raise their hand and say, that's what I want. I need that. Now, this is where lead magnets come into play as well, because nobody's going to just click your ad. Well, a lot of them's going to click your ad, but if you don't get your ad with something really special in there, then what you want to be doing, I'm just saying one of my tattoos, Texas, and what you want to be doing is you want to be giving them something else. So they're going to click no matter what, which is where your lead magnet comes in. So your lead magnet, you still take that same problem, but you investigate a little bit further. So if this sounds like you, please download our free lose weight for chatbot builders now, which we've now got everything that we need. Now, what we need to do is we need to get a tight description together. The tighter the description that we put together for our ads or for our postings, it doesn't matter if you're paying for the ads or you're putting postings, the tighter the description that you have, the more you're going to get your ideal clients. If you put a loose description down there, then what's going to happen is you're going to get a little bit wishy-washy. You're going to get plenty of people coming in, but half those people won't be the clients that you're looking for. So the thing I want you to kind of think of is think about personal ads. I know it sounds a bit strange. Think about personal ads. And a lot of people are right. I am a 50-year-old bloke, got a baldy head, wear glasses, missing some teeth, and so on and so forth. Right? I'm loyal like a dog, that sort of thing. Right? Now, they'll write about themselves and they'll put all their good points in that thing. But then they'll also write about what they're looking for. I'm going to describe a girlfriend here. So blonde, slim, intelligent, who's good for a laugh and likes going out. Right? So I'm naming the exact person that I want. So therefore, I'm not wasting time with. This is going to sound so bad. I've just realized how bad this sounds. I'm dropping myself into it. But I'm not going to waste my time with people I wouldn't be interested in. And you've got to take the same sort of way when you're thinking about the marketing. When you're looking for ideal clients, then you're looking for ideal clients. So Christian, if he's still on, I know he's got some nurse's shoes. I was talking about these yesterday. So he's got some nurse's shoes. So it'd be pointless Christian putting out a big advert about, do you need shoes? Well, yes, everybody needs shoes. But if he puts out the advert, are you an overworked NHS worker who needs a little bit of comfort in their life? Give yourself a laugh and a bit of comfort, right? Looking for NHS workers. Now, if your feet are aching, download this little thing. I'm going to give you a little foot care, free download thing. I don't know, I'm making this up as I go along. I don't know if I would even know how to make a free foot care thing. But we can make a free foot care thing. We then show them the shoes. We've then got these people. Once you've got these people, then it might just be shoes. You can then start marketing all sorts of things. So you can have T-shirts, NHS off duty and having a fun, anything at all. You know the exact niche that these people fit into. So now you know what those people want. So that's lead magnets, niche all the way down. So yeah, covered that. Use chatbots to get data, massively important. A lot of people as well say this can't work for my business. And like I was saying before, everyone, the business is exactly the same. So you've got to start thinking outside the box. A lot of marketers, if you look at book collections within marketers, actually check on the back shelves. It's always a good idea. In my office, you'll see my tattoo shop office. You'll see a load of books on my bookshelf. And a lot of these books are towards marketing. I'm one of the biggest offenders here. So I'll sit and read books on marketing, which is not bringing me what I need to do. What I should be doing is I should be looking at a lot more outside markets. This morning I just watched a presentation on dentists, which was actually really quite enlightening. And there's always somebody who's moving in on the market that you're into, who's got bigger and better ideas, who's not thinking inside the box, not restricted to, right, I've got an agency, so I can only go after this and I can only do it I can only call them. I can't really send out ads for them because rubbish, right? Start looking outside the box. So if you look at Uber, now my parents used to have taxi companies and luckily they retired before Uber come along. But when I was telling them all about Uber, they went, that'll never work. You need your hack license, you need your private eye license, you need all the insurances, you need all of this. Now Uber come along, completely different market, the place where they come from a marketing side, whereas taxi drivers were taxi drivers. Why would they need marketing? They've got the phone number above their head. And Uber come along and completely destroyed the taxi industry, all in one foul swoop, because nobody was expecting them, nobody was looking for them, and they thought outside the box. You can do exactly the same thing with your offers, which need to be most compelling. Now, you will get some pushback from the industry. There's several other agency owners or chatbot owners who'll tell you that you're doing the wrong thing. I get it all of the time, right? Other chatbot agency owners who don't like the way I do things and think I should be charging for all the training. I don't understand. To me, why wouldn't you give people training when they're using your software? Anyway, so I'll get a lot of pushback on that. Now, I do not mind the pushback in the slightest. And as you might have noticed, if you've read any of my stuff, my spelling is absolutely terrible. And my spelling being terrible is a really bad thing. I'm not saying I shouldn't learn how to spell better. But with my spelling being that bad, when I'm sending out emails and messages and all the rest of it, people get back in touch with me and engage with me about my spelling. So it'll kind of break the ice that I'm that thick, I can't spell something really simple. And so that'll break the ice. People will be more interested because it doesn't sound like a marketing ploy, because obviously I'm not that bad. So I'm not that polished, I should say. So there's 3 parts that Dan says you should have, which we're going to go into in another thing, unless anybody's got any questions. And that's Irish description right there. I know my descriptions are terrible. So the 3 parts. Firstly, you need an irresistible offer. No matter what it is that you're offering, you need your offer to shine. Now, when you build an irresistible offer, that means that you can show that you're exactly for that target market, which means you can charge more as well. Because obviously they'll pay for the results because they're unique, or at least in their minds, their business is unique. So you can build an offer exactly around them. So if you've watched some of the other trainings when I was doing about the restaurant offer, then we were creating an offer where we'll get them 5-star reviews. We'll give them live once a week. We'll do a complete done with you. We would give them the chatbot. We'd give them birthday bots. We'd show them exactly how to birthday market. We were available on the phone a certain amount of hours per day. We're available on live chat for a certain amount of hours per day. So we were giving them so much more than what anybody else was offering them, and which meant we could charge a higher price for that. And because we're doing it with them as opposed to doing it for them, we could take on as many clients as we wanted to. So I could do once a week, and I could have 400 or 500 restaurant owners on if I wanted. And in that way, I'm getting paid off 400 or 500 people. Whereas a normal agency, if they were looking at that particular niche, could maybe take on 10 restaurants, and then they're going to be kind of, right, we're doing an awful lot here, and they're going to start burning out. If you're doing it with them, you're making an offer, and you've got it absolutely to perfection. Next thing that he says you need is a targeted market. So you need to know your niching down, and you need to find out exactly who it is who's interested in what you've got. Ideally, find out what they want and then produce something which is what they want. So at the minute, one thing I can't help with, kind of can't, we're still kind of pitching it, is restaurants. Restaurants have a massive staff shortage. They can't get all the staff. Now, our QR codes will help them with that because they don't need staff coming up and taking orders, which slows the staff all the way down. So QR codes are one of the things that we can help them with their staffing shortages. So you need their staff. We're still going to take the orders. All the orders are going to be taken perfectly. You're going to go straight to the kitchen. You don't need your restaurant staff running about. You can employ less people on the night time. And the last thing he says you need is the most appropriate media to deliver your message. So again, if you're advertising on TikTok and you're looking for 80-year-old retirees to buy some golf clubs, you might be advertising in the wrong place. TikTok might not be your best place. If you're looking for 80-year-old people who's looking for golf clubs and you go into YouTube and you target how to increase your swing for an 80-year-old, then all of a sudden you can appear on that video and people will buy your golf clubs because you're giving the answer exactly what they're wanting. Same with Google. Google always gives the exact answer. So if somebody types in, how do I improve my restaurant marketing? And you've bought that keyword, how to improve my restaurant marketing, you send them to a page which is titled how to improve your restaurant marketing, and all the way down you list the points exactly as they're thinking about it. So you're saying, right, first thing, if you've got bad restaurant marketing, you need to start looking at Instagram, right? Okay, well, I was thinking about Instagram. How do I do that? You need to start looking at your Facebook and all of these things. So you're going into the conversation where the people are. Okay, so that's it, my little rant for the day and whatnot. If there's any questions or anything like that, please just drop us a message about the questions. Just say, shame me this morning, so I'm checking for any bits because I'm going out tonight. Please just text over with any questions that you might have. I'd be delighted to help you in any way that I can. And if you need us to jump on live, then I'm off and around, so I can normally do that. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you have a great day and make some money this weekend. Right? Thanks so much for watching, and speak soon.